still got it going.
Right.
But now I got some, now I know what else I could add to what I need to add to.
Right. Right.
From me just driving and seeing some things and thinking about some things and listening to some things, and these things was spiritual movement. So
Mhm.
now I know what to add to my follow,
Right.
because now I know what to give you a
Right.
little bit more. See, because he work at every fashion, and it got every different members of the body, right?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can catch it from the trees,
Right.
the way they shift.
Right.
If you look at the trees, say if you was skipping and been gone 10 years, and you haven't been around a tree, what would you do to the tree?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
How would you act by it? Me, when I was gone for 10 years, I seen that tree. The first thing I did, I was gone for 10 years out of my life with no trees and nothing. You know what
Mhm.
happened? The first thing I did was grab the tree.
No, you didn't.
Oh yes, I did. I grabbed the
on,
tree
bring
and
it on.
hugged the tree.
Thank God.
I hugged the tree simply because that was out of my life for quite some time.
That's a long time.
And to know that we have this, and it's a blessing to be around this here.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we do things out of consideration of knowing that it's there, it's gonna be there, and I ain't got to wait. I got to just wait. No, see, when that trees got taken away from me, I was losing something.
Mhm.
I didn't know that I was losing something, but when I came back, I put my hand on it. I hugged the tree. I put my hand on it, and when the wind was blowing, I felt the movement, felt the living in the tree. Respect what God give us, because without these trees, we all be gone. Because the trees kick out oxygen. You know what I'm saying?
I'm reading you.
So in the process that when you get strips, when you get strips of some things, and some things have to get taken away from you,
Yeah.
you put things in the proper
I
perspective.
see so much, bro. What you saying?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you put a lot of things in the proper perspective. You put the agility and the ability to walk, and you know what I'm saying, I mean, in the proper perspective. Because if you're paralyzed and you couldn't walk, how would you feel?
Mhm.
I feel like shit.
Bad.
You know what I'm saying? I mean? And you normally was walking, all of a sudden you're not walking no more.
Mhm.
How do you come out that spiritual mindset, that corner mindset to get back on track to still continue on doing what you're doing? You know.
Man.
So it's mind blowing that we don't take in consideration, because everybody want to look pretty.
On a pedestal.
Everybody
They
want
put
to look
everybody on a
pretty.
pedestal and look pretty.
Everybody want to shine.
Oh yeah.
Most everybody want to idolize.
Oh yeah.
You know. So ain't nobody want to stay still and say, what could I do?
You know, look at that. Okay, stop right there. You said stay still. Look, what can I do? You can always help someone else other than yourself.
So,
Look what I'm talking.
and it's when you say you got the followers, right? But sometimes you got to challenge them. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Man?
here's back
I know
to-
you looking at, because they looking at you to see what they can see in you. Okay, you know what you see in him, because a couple of years now you've been doing your thing.
Yeah.
And every time I see you, a couple of years I be passing you doing
Okay.
your thing.
Okay.
You get me?
Right.
And you haven't turned, but your thing has increased.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the more you edify, the more you glorify. You know what I'm saying? The more he uses. You know, and people say you say the same thing over and over again. It's okay to say the same thing over and over again, because it's not meant for you because you said what you said. It was meant for somebody else who haven't heard something that needs that. You know what I'm saying? Me, you get me? So me saying the same thing, it be changed. You just don't hear the change in it.
Okay.
Right.
You know, because through the time I've been over there, you done changed a lot,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
a whole bunch.
Oh yeah.
Just coming out here doing what you're doing, you didn't even change your whole mindset of your character now. Because when you first started, you were like, man, I don't know, this might be just, you didn't know how it would what's going to pan out, what's going to do
Oh,
what.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I mean? But once you committed to it, in the process of committed to it, it became 1 month, it became 3 weeks. 3 weeks became 90 days. 90 days became 6 months. 6 months became 2 years,
Yeah.
and you're still going.
Yep.
and you're still going. And you don't your broadcast, man, which you probably really won't even know, man. I'm gonna tell you something, man, that you probably don't even see is uh, you have all these followers, right? That means you have a station that you can take input and output to. You know, log down here and hit me and tell me how you feel about some things that we go through constantly that is impossible to talk about.
Right.
Hit me up on my cast,
Right.
and you know that how I've been doing this, and you've been seeing my walk through the time that I've been
Yeah.
telling you. I said I've been going through a few minor storms that I got victory in, and I want to see could they help you in the process of putting where you need to be. How I am. Now I'm firm and standing on my own too. You know, my cross is already picked up, so I already know the position that I can get myself in as well as yourself in. You see what I'm saying? I mean, so you know, the followers, it's like, you know, you have that radio base. You can really turn into a radio station, having them call in.
Right.
You know,
Right.
commenting on what, you know what I'm saying? I mean, because you already had people commenting on you already.
Oh yeah.
You had so many people commenting, so they keep telling you why you keep saying this, why you keep saying that. If you keep saying what you're saying to me, telling me that, let's talk about it. Because then I'm gonna give you the breakdown why I said what you say.
Right.
You know, I'm gonna give you the whole breakdown of it. You know,
Right.
how I started it and why I said it and why I'm committed to it and why it's going where it's going. You know, that's
Right.
you gonna give them the breakdown because
Oh,
you
yeah.
gave it to me.
But there, I know you guys was just heavy. I'm sitting Birmingham here. I'm seeing you, but y'all talk some heavy motherfucker. Old motherfucker like me. Do y'all mind about if I say
Go
this
ahead,
here?
brother. Preach.
God
brother.
damn, this is heavy.
You're the big homie.
But you know, when a man, you have a mind that God give you, and then you can carry this thing on and continue. It's like you preaching. But if you can say, put things on people's mind, let them know this gonna carry you on. It's not gonna pull you down. It's gonna carry you on to a big high step. Because a lot of people, man, they get in one step and they stop. That make sense to you guys? I mean, I always felt with the age I am now, I'm not trying to put anything on you guys that if I started off done good, I'm going to continue to do good because God put you here to do good and prosper. And that's what I've been trying to do all my life. I suffer, but, you know, now listen, you guys, y'all put some on my mind. I done got tears in my eyes. Both of you guys sucker?
You know,
I'm sorry.
you know,
I mean, I love it, man.
I had to go to the furnace, man. You know when I'm talking about the furnace? I had to go to the furnace in order to get the mindset, the spirit set, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the character and the outlook of everything in life. I know materialistic, man, is just necessity needs for me. I don't love none of it. Tell you the truth, to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? When things get stripped and took out your life for a minute, it is meant for that because you needed that adequate time. You need that quality time in order to know what's really going on.
Right.
Now you know what's really going on, you know, and what's the real fight. So I'm not worried about you when you telling me, well, this religion and this religion and this religion and this religion because I don't do religion. You get me? So they say, well, what denomination? I tell them, furthermore, I am of no denomination. I don't have a title what God put on me. I'm of the biblical way of scholar and tell you of Yahshua, of the way. And if you look up of the way, it tells you that through the walk of Jesus Christ. See, a lot of people don't realize, well, I don't believe that. Okay, there's no problem. I had talked to a few atheists and all this shit. I'm not no bound Christian person like you said, but I tell you, I talked to a few people, right? And I said, when you come in your mindset, right? When you come in your mind and you say, well, what is this? What is this? And what is this? Instead of me trying to find it in the book, I go get on my knees and pray for it because I know what I actually will pray for to receive.
Right.
You know, I know what I'm receiving when I pray for it. So I ain't worried about you go look into a book and trying to find a word for it because he already gonna give me what I need to say anyway.
Right.
You know, if he gave if he spoke to the donkey and let the donkey spoke to you, he said, well, why you persecute me? He in the middle of the desert. He trying to figure out who talking. And it's the mule that's talking. You get me? How you gonna get some rocks and turn it to bread?
Right.
You know? How you gonna get a basket of 500 fish and fill 1,000? Oh man, that's just, no man, you gotta realize, man. Just as well as you feel this heat on your skin, just as well you look in the mirror. And when you, some people don't even understand, when you look in the mirror, and you look deep in the mirror, you'll see a spiritual flame in your eyes. See, that doesn't go out just yet. You know, a lot of people don't understand. It get dim if you gonna watch it. You know, but if you look in the mirror, man, and you just look, and you look deep in the mirror, you're gonna see it. It's impossible for you not to see it. See, reason why you don't see it now, because bombardedness. You get me? That's why you don't see it.
Right.
But if you stay still enough and you look long enough, you see it. But if you rushing and trying to put everything, you're not gonna see it.
Right.
You're not even gonna think about it. It's not even gonna come up. It's not even gonna come up to a thought for you to think about it.
Right.
Because you're gonna keep on carrying on. Well, I'm gonna keep going doing what I'm doing. But the flame is there. Because it's impossible, man. Do you hear me? Impossible for you yourself to move your own body, because your body is the earth, right?
Right.
Your body is 6,588 quadrillion short of a ton. It takes that amount of power for you to move that. You understand?
Right.
You understand me? And then you ask yourself, 6 trillion. This is a number. 588 quadrillion short of a ton. What do that describe?
Go ahead, brother.
You know, you ever notice? What's that? A 6,588 quadrillion short of a ton. What do that describe? Ask yourself that question. What do that describe? And I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what it describes. You know what? That describes half of the earth. Half of the rotation of the earth. You know, you put that in your phone. Ask your phone, what's 6,588 quadrillion short of a ton? What is that? Your phone is gonna go for a couple of minutes, to almost 20 minutes, 30 minutes in order to figure out itself. What is that?
Wow.
But that's how much power it takes to move the temple. You get me?
Right.
Even though it's light to us right now, everything light, we can move it. But that's power just doing that.
Right.
Power just getting up. Once your power gone, you go. Once the light out of there, it's out of there.
That's true. That's facts.
You know, and that's what we take for granted. Honestly, truthfully, that's what we take for granted. We take misabusing and misusing the power. That's what we take. You know, because if you reason why we take that is